There was once a boy named Oliver who was known for his kindness. He treated everyone with respect and always tried to brighten other people's days. Ever since he was young, he had been taught that even the smallest act of kindness could make someone feel seen, valued, and less alone. Because of his positive attitude, he often brought smiles to the people around him. One ordinary school day started like any other. Oliver walked into his homeroom expecting a normal day, but two students named Chris and Camden immediately began bothering him for no reason. They constantly picked on him, tried to turn his friends against him, and went out of their way to make him feel isolated. Despite everything, Oliver refused to be mean in return. He believed that treating others with kindness was always the right choice. As the day went on, the bullying only became worse. When lunchtime arrived, Oliver sat with his friend group, hoping he could finally relax. Instead, Chris and Camden walked over to the table and started insulting both Oliver and his friends. Seeing this, Oliver calmly stood up for his friends and told Chris and Camden that the way they were treating people wasn't right. To Oliver's surprise, his own friends didn't support him. Instead, they turned against him. They criticized him for speaking up, even though he had only been defending them. Before Oliver could even process what was happening, his so-called friends encouraged Chris and Camden to humiliate him. Chris grabbed a plastic water bottle covered in ketchup and threw it at Oliver's favorite sweater. Oliver stood there in complete shock. Then Camden picked up the same bottle and threw it at him a second time. Ketchup splattered across Oliver's sweater, leaving a stain on one of his favorite pieces of clothing. It wasn't the sweater that hurt the most. It was realizing that the people he trusted had encouraged it. Holding back tears, Oliver quietly walked away and headed toward the front office. On the way, two school security guards stopped him. "Hey," one of them said, "we don't know exactly what happened, but we're going to figure this out." Oliver looked at them with tears in his eyes. "But I didn't do anything," he replied. "They've been bullying me since the first day, and I don't even know why." When he reached the dean's office, Oliver explained everything that had happened. As he told the story, he couldn't hold back his emotions any longer and began to cry. After lunch ended, instead of returning to class right away, Oliver walked into the counseling center. He sat quietly on a beanbag chair and cried. He wasn't crying because of the ketchup or the ruined sweater. He was crying because the people he had called his friends had abandoned him when he needed them the most. The school investigated the incident. Chris and Camden were suspended for 3 days and were required to apologize to Oliver. The rest of the friend group received lunch detention until they apologized as well. But that apology never came. They believed Oliver deserved what happened, even though he had done nothing wrong. Over time, Oliver struggled with trust. He found it difficult to believe that new friendships could be genuine because he feared history would repeat itself. Yet after spending the rest of the school year avoiding the people who had hurt him, he realized something important. It wasn't his fault. Oliver knew he hadn't done anything wrong. He was a respectful student, earned excellent grades, stayed out of trouble, and treated others with kindness. He also realized that some people would take advantage of kindness, but that didn't mean he should stop being kind. Instead of letting bitterness define him, Oliver made a difficult but healthy decision. He transferred to a different school where he could surround himself with people who valued friendship, honesty, and respect. There, he chose to move forward. Moral of the story: kindness is never a weakness. The people who truly care about you will treat you with respect, admit when they're wrong, and work to make things right. If someone repeatedly hurts you and refuses to take responsibility, their actions reveal how much they value the relationship. Sometimes the healthiest decision is to leave a toxic environment behind and surround yourself with people who appreciate you for who you are.